going on, you guys? We're here for Married to Medicine season 6 episode. Is it episode 6? I believe it is episode 6. So we're going to get right on into the get down. I got like 6 notes, as you can see, 6 notes. So we're just going to get busy with this shit. I'm only going to talk about what the fuck I want to talk about and what the fuck I feel like is really worth talking about. But right about now, this season is moving along quite slow. It's not giving me much. And I'm just sitting up here waiting on Real Housewives of Atlanta to just swoop the fuck on through next month. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get on through this on this Sunday night. So let's go. So we're going to start off with Mariah. She brings Lauren up to Simone's clinic. And little known fact is that Simone was the one who delivered Lauren when she was a baby. So that's a great thing for, you know, Simone. She saw her when she was a baby fresh out the womb, and now she's already a teenager. That's a great thing to see. So, you know, I'm kind of, you know, I'm not a Mariah fan, period. I don't like her at all, but I do like the scenes that she has with her daughter. And she's talking about how she went to her first doctor's appointment, and I think she got checked. I don't want to say it's a pap smear or whatever they were talking about, and she said that it was very uncomfortable. She felt violated, and the fact that her doctor had big fingers, and it was a man. And she said whenever she went to a doctor to get her female parts checked, she went to a woman. She never went to a man. And by me being friends with a lot of females always say that they rather go to a woman for an OBGYN instead of a man, because it feels better when a woman does it. Because when a man does it, they feel violated when a man does it. So when a woman does it, it's better, because, you know, they don't feel, you know, like, oh, this strange ass man putting his hands all up in me, doing this, doing that. So yeah. Y'all women go through a lot of shit, I swear to you. Like, when I be seeing comments of people trying to come for me just because I'm gay, and they be saying shit like, God made you a man, he never made you to be a woman, so stop trying to be one. Baby, trust and believe me, Scotty does not want to be a woman. I do not want to go through half the shit that y'all go through, period, okay? I am fine being a man, okay? So so she wanted to have her woman talk, and she asked Mariah to leave, and she had a conversation with Simone. It was a very insightful conversation. You know, you need to have those conversations with teenage girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I wish that a lot of my friends always say that they wish they had those type of conversations with, you know, if they had like a woman in their life that was, you know, everything to them, they would want to have that type of conversation. I think it's nice to see Mariah, you know, having her sit down with a person like Simone and have those damn conversations about boys, about women's health, about everything. So, you know, do what it do, and I'm glad that she's doing what it do with that, because, you know, her daughter needs to know. So, Quad comes over to Jackie's house, and Jackie claimed that she cooked, and from the looks of it, that shit don't look like she cooked it. It look like it was already cooked, and she put it in a damn little pan so it can look like it's cooked, okay? And, you know, Jackie is the only one that Quad can really relate to, because Jackie just came off her own situation with divorce, and how, you know, Curtis did her wrong, and how she was looking at a divorce and when Curtis cheated on her. And so I think that Jackie and Simone will probably be the best people to talk to in this situation in regards to her and Dr. G. Dr. G was calling Quad, and Quad was very rude to him and all of that stuff. So it's like she's really over Dr. G right now. She doesn't feel like the marriage is salvageable. And I just feel like this. A lot of people have been ragging on Quad since the season started. You know what I'm saying? And everybody knows that I like Quad, but you know I spent all last season reading her for most of the season last season. So don't take it as me being biased or anything. I just feel like Quad is genuinely hurt by this situation. But what I don't like about it is that she doesn't take accountability for her part in, you know, the reason why their marriage has fallen apart. I don't think it's just all on Dr. G, but I do think that Quad did play some part in this situation. I mean, the man wanted kids, and she didn't want to give him no kids. You know what I'm saying? She kept giving him the runaround. So I think that the best thing for Quad to do is that she needs to take ownership for her part of the situation. You know, we can always point the finger at Dr. G and say what he did, doing what he didn't do, and all of this stuff. You know, it's easy to point the finger at him, but it's also better to own up to your own wrongdoings in a relationship, because it takes two to tango. Sometimes it could be, sometimes it's easier to point the finger at the guy at the person that did the worst, but we never turn a blind eye or a mirror to ourselves to see exactly what the fuck we did to make this situation what it is. That's just how I feel. Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon, they sit down and they have a conversation about Heavenly's therapy session and how a lot of her anger and her aggression towards the other women basically comes from what she went through as a child growing up in Miami, you know, being kind of overweight, husky, you know, not necessarily attractive, and you know, kids are fucking cruel. And let me tell you something, y'all, as y'all know, I'm always an advocate for non-bullying. I'm always anti-bully because I was a bully child, you know what I'm saying? And so I've seen people, and it's hurtful when people do this, but I've seen people come in my comments and kind of question my story as far as my past with bullying because of who I am today, because of the mouth that I have today, because of my demeanor, because of who I am. You have no idea how a childhood trauma like bullying can affect you in your adult life. You know, a lot of the times I take things a little bit more personal than others. You know, for example, you know, I'm not one to say that I don't give a fuck about certain comments, but for example, I read Lipstick Alley. My friend Jamar always tell me, you gonna get enough of reading this shit, you know what I'm saying? But I do read it. I mean, I'm human. I read it. You know, just in case my videos are being posted there, I do want to see what people have to say about my videos. Just to see what I can do to do better with my videos. You know, sometimes I read them and sometimes I read those comments, and sometimes, you know, I take it as constructive criticism, and there are some comments that I do take a little bit personal and a little bit sensitive sometimes in regards to what they say about me. Sometimes I be like, okay, now they went a little bit too hard, you know, but that just comes from me taking everything as an attack just due to me being bullied in school, because just about everything that was said to me was a fucking attack. So a lot of the times if I feel like a person is coming for me, I always take it personal and I lash the fuck out and I black out and I come for a person every time I feel like they're coming for me. Now, at this age of me being 29, I do have my temper in check and I do have my anger in check. I do know how to walk away from certain situations. I do know if an argument is becoming elevated and it's getting heated and I gotta walk away, I will do it before I go into a whole nother space, because you know, sometimes bullying gives you a non-tolerance. Sometimes you just don't want to take no bullshit, and when you feel like a person trying to give you bullshit, you're gonna automatically, you know, react, and that's just what it is. So Heavenly does what she does because of her childhood, and I'm not saying that that's an excuse, but I do sympathize because kids are fucking cruel as fuck. I have gotten a ton of hurtful things said to me as a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember being at school crying due to the things that people would say about me. Now, I don't necessarily look at myself as a victim of school bullying. I always look at myself as a survivor of school bullying, because the thing about it is, as unpopular as I was as a child, it's so funny to me that 11 years after I graduated high school, because I graduated high school in 2007, my class reunion, 10-year reunion was just last year. It's so funny how 11 years later, I'm probably one of the popular guys in my high school class. You know, a lot of the people that turned their nose down at me and couldn't stand me for just being me and who I was, they now like me for being who I am, which is kind of odd to me, because it's like, I've been the same person. You just didn't give me a chance. But now that I'm vibrant and I'm open with my sexuality and I'm here and I'm there and I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm just being me, because I'm not doing nothing special. I mean, I'm still at home with mom, you know. I work a regular job. I do my YouTube videos as a hobby. You know, my Facebook is always lit. For those of you who follow my personal Facebook, you know, my social media is always lit all the time. I just like to crack jokes. I like to do this. I like to do that. It's just like, there's nothing different about me besides being open with a lot of things about me. So for me, it's like, damn, why y'all didn't like me back then? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still the same person I was back then. But now that you see that I am like a cool guy, now everybody likes me. Because 11 years ago, I never would have been the class favorite. Like, 11 years ago, I was just a regular old guy just walking through here, having to fight down the whole thing about, oh, you're a faggot, you're this, you're that. 11 years later, I'm in my class reunion, they were giving out awards, and I got class favorite. And I'm like, damn, I never would have worn this 11 years ago. So it's crazy. So sometimes school bullying can be a thing of, it can be a learning experience down the line, because it really, I don't look at myself as a victim, but a lot of the things that people have said about me, I've taken it and I've made it into something else. They call me gay and all of this stuff, and here I am owning up to who I am as a person and sexually. So it is what it is. So I do understand Heavenly's thing when she, because being bullied as a child does a lot to your fucking personality and your self-esteem. Whenever you feel like somebody trying to hit that spot, you go for the kill, and that's exactly what she do. And probably, Mariah, people like Mariah or people like Contessa, they probably remind her of kids that used to bully her in school, or kids that used to tease her in school. Because, a lot of the times, certain people, reminded me of kids that were, that I grew up with, kids that I really wanted to be friends with so badly. And, they'll take me in, but then when they get around other people, they diss me, they do this, they do that. But then I'm crying about it because I really wanted to be friends with them, but they just didn't want to be friends with me. And as I got older, I realized that everybody isn't going to be your friend. You're just not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I get friends, I keep them close to me, and I always treat them like family, and I always take friendship very seriously. So I'm extremely loyal to people when they get into my life and come into my circle, into my world, and become a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? That's why it always makes it look like needy for friends, and it's not. I didn't have many friends growing up, so when I got older and I got friends, I always tried to keep them close, and I always tried to show my loyalty to them. You know what I mean? So that's just where I'm at with it. And when you my friend, I'm ride or die, I'm loyal. There is nothing a person can tell me that can make me turn on you. You have to show me yourself that you're not loyal to me and untrustworthy for me to just let go and let God and pray for you from a distance. And that's what has happened to me quite a few times in my life. A lot of people used to tell me, oh, that motherfucker is not your friend, Scotty. That is not your friend. I'd be like, I don't know. And I'm still riding with this motherfucker. And down the line, they were right. They weren't my friend, but I wasn't trying to see it. So sometimes I'm blindly loyal to people, and that's just what it is. So I don't even know. Y'all know I always put my real life into these reviews, so you know how it is. So Aiden, Curtis, Scott, Eugene, Cecil, and Damon, they all come together, they cooking, and they come together for Dr. G. And Dr. G told them how he feels about his marital situation, how he felt like it's supposed to be a team, but it's like he's only playing on the field by himself, and he felt like Quad really wasn't a team player. In all reality, she wasn't really a team player, because it's like he was catering to her and her needs, but she wasn't catering to him and his needs. Like, the man wanted a baby, she was giving him the runaround about having a baby. They had been married for 5 years, and she still hasn't given him a child. And I just felt like if she didn't want a child, it's fine, but when you're married to someone, you have to make compromises. And I get that she didn't want to have a child until she had her own life, her own business, her own finances up to par. That's understandable, but baby, you got it. You got a check from this show. You had your own thing with the Picture Perfect pups. You got fucking Sister Circle. Like, you're doing the damn thing. You're coming up in life, and it will be time for you to have a child. And this man is older than you, and he ain't getting no younger. So I think that you could have given him a child, but instead you didn't. And then, listening to the things that Dr. G said in his interview about how they was sleeping in separate rooms, like year 2 of their marriage, you know what I'm saying? So it just make me kind of doubt a lot of the things that Quad be saying, even though at times I feel like she's hurt. But just thinking about those things that he said, it's like, okay, bitch, were you really hurt, or were you just looking for sympathy? You know what I'm saying? It's like a yin and yang type of thing for me, so I don't think that Quad's unwillingness to compromise is a valid reason for him to go out and try to find an outlet to use to get over the situation. Because I just feel like if you thinking about another bitch or another man, whoever you with, then I think it's time for you to cut that cord and just let it go. Because whenever I feel like I'm thinking about somebody else, I don't need to be with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm here single right now and I'm not in a relationship. And, you know, I think it's the best thing for me to not be in a relationship right now because I'm still figuring myself out. You know, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, but I'm figuring myself out right now. I'm at this point, like, you know, I'm trying to enjoy the last few months of my 20s. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be tied down right now. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So, you know. But when 30 come, you know that shit gonna be like, when 30 comes on February the 12th, 2019, I'll be like, damn. Now it's time for me to settle down. I can see myself now. I am an Aquarius to my damn soul. I know y'all hate it, as usual, when I talk about the zodiac, but I am an Aquarius. I can run hot and run cold. Because one minute I want to be in a relationship, and then the next minute I don't. You know, it's crazy. So that's why it's better for me to not be in one right now, because I'm not really sure as to what I want to do right now. Because I'm hot and cold. One minute I want one, the next minute I don't. It is what it is. Toya and Eugene, now they just got through paying their taxes and they already trying to build another house. Like, I just don't think that they ever learn from their mistakes. You know, Toya wants to live this fab life. And girl, you gotta make sure you get your shit together. Y'all just paid off y'all taxes and now y'all trying to build this multi-million-dollar ass house with a big ass closet for you. It's like Toya has so much expensive taste but come from a world of Budweiser and hot wings. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy to me how she has this big ass taste for shit. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. So Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Simone go to Miami. And I think that Simone and Jackie were the best choices for Heavenly. You know, I think she gets them more than she gets the rest of the girls. And I think that her going back to Miami to see where she came from and just revisit old wounds and old memories would be the best thing for her and will help her heal. Because she even said that her mother, she called people bitches, but she don't mean nothing bad. Because her mama used to call her a bitch. And trust and believe, a lot of women in my family have called their daughters bitches and they don't mean nothing bad. It's just like bitch this, bitch that. You know, you can tell when you're being held. You know, I've heard my family members call their daughters bitches, and I always felt like, you know, I guess it's just a way of life, because, you know, the older people used to call them bitches growing up. So it's, you know, just like, you know, but that's the thing, but that's that old people mentality. You know, we say whatever, you know, they say whatever the fuck they want to say to people and they think they can get away with it. So that's probably what that was with Heavenly. And then she's from the South too. I don't know how people are from up north, but I know down south they you know, parents would say all types of things and you'll be somewhere looking like, are they really our parents? You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know, I think that this whole thing would be good and it's a healing experience for Heavenly, and I'm ready to see that next week. But all in all, this episode really didn't give me much. You know, I really wasn't here for much of what was going on, so that's why I talked about what the fuck I wanted to talk about. Be sure to pick up Inconsistent Hoes. It's a book by Markel Logan of Chasing Dallas fame. Be sure to pick that up. It's on Amazon right now, available for purchase. All my social media is at the bottom. If you haven't followed me on any of my social media, please do so. If you want to be added to the Team Scotty Instagram group, be sure to DM me on Instagram and let me know. I'm going to try to utilize my Team Scotty page on Facebook just a little bit more. I know I don't never utilize it at all. Next video that's coming up is Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. But I'm just going to let y'all know also before I go, the reason why you haven't really had many videos this week is because I worked 7 days back to back. I worked from Thursday to this past Thursday, back to back, every single day from 12 to 9. And I was fucking beat out and tired. And I was out for the whole weekend. And I just wanted to rest and get myself re-energized for this work week. So whenever you see me with just 2 damn videos in 1 week, that means I have worked entirely too much. And I just can't bring myself to doing it. So just know that. So don't get scared when you just get 2 reviews. Like, if you just get 1 or 2 videos, just know that Scotty been working his ass off and he tired and he can't bring himself to do a video. Just take it that way, because I'm trying to do better, and you know, just give me time, because this job shit be killing me. But with that being said, you guys, I'm out of here till my next video. Peace.